I'm Mary Ellen Ladd. When my son Peter was born 8 years ago, there were complications during the delivery. We believe there were warning signs that were ignored, and as a result, Peter was born with brain damage. He has cerebral palsy and a seizure disorder. He can't walk or talk. He can't eat. He requires a G-tube for all of his nutrition. Well, after Peter was born, the first few months, we were just so overwhelmed that we couldn't even think about what happened. We were just so focused on all the appointments and dealing with the whole feeding problem that Peter was having and the medical equipment. So it took a few months until we sort of got in a routine of what this was going to be like with him and how to deal with the day-to-day feeding issues and the throwing up issues. And then I think once we kind of settled into a little bit of a routine, my husband and I talked more about it and had time to actually talk about what happened during the delivery and, you know, how we felt about it, what happened. We just had time to reflect on what happened. And we did have questions and we did have concerns that we didn't really feel like anybody would answer. I recall asking one of the doctors after the delivery, like when I went for one of my follow-up appointments, just kind of saying, what happened? And not really getting much of an answer. And she probably didn't have an answer. It wasn't the doctor who did the delivery. And we just kind of felt like if we don't do something about this, we're never going to know what happened, and we're never going to have an answer as to whether or not there was malpractice. And if there is, we need to be compensated for it. Peter needs to be compensated for it, because we could tell after a few months that although we don't know what he's going to look like in a few years, this is not normal. This is already very difficult. We had a child already, so we kind of knew what to expect with children and what's difficult and what's not difficult, but we really had a taste at that point of this is not right. And then he started having the seizures, so we could see that he was not going to develop normally and that there were going to be some greater complications than we were hoping would happen.